the 30th of May 2020, and we're coming down the stairs in Naulsmillpark. The reason why I'm coming down the stairs because there's COVID. I'll be using the lift. Anyway. Doing goose. Right. As you can see, Naulsmillpark. Which is alongside the Rapid Road. And is on Middlesbrough Road, which is this one. Now, this catchment area where I'm living in is actually classed as the city centre, because the city centre is about 300 yards behind those houses. Well, the beginning of the city centre anyway. Right. Now, Coventry City, the city of Coventry, should I say, it's a funny old town. It's actually the old thing's run by a syndicate from the Masons, the Mechanical Institute, the 40 Thieves, which was a paedophile New York gangster gang back in the 1860s, 70s sort of time. Well, it was the first gang in New York from the 5 Points. Yeah, so so it's the Vatican. The Vatican actually bought into the system in 1941 when Company sold land to Mussolini through Growlux via Switzerland. And obviously, Church of England, Mechanical Institute, and a few sort of Friends Society. Now, I had to, for about 10 years when I was a kid, started from when I was about 5 all the way up until I was 18, I had to go through hundreds of initiation tests, and this was one of them down here. Believe it or not, this is the most important part in Coventry. This part is supposed to represent Britain. There we are. Naulsmillpark. Naulsmillpark. That sun's keeping on getting out of the way. I know it don't look like it, but like I say, it's a representation. As you can see, like, there's a train track at the top, and the top part above that is Scotland, and then there's a little triangular part here. That's supposed to be Wales. Now, this here, this pool is supposed to represent the boundaries of the British coastal waters. Years ago, when I was a kid, there was always an island in the middle. It was supposed to be, I think it was a barley island or something like that, and the excuse was to keep down, this weed stuff here, because it's not really, it's not a stagnant pool, but the flow on it isn't really that quick. Well, you just heard the trickle of it back then. You know what I mean? So yeah. Now it's about claiming ownership of the place. And you know, you have to fight for it. I mean, to be to be able to run the park, mate. And when you run the park, when you was able to run the park, you could say about what was actually done in this park and around the country. I know it's a little, just a little notch. This is supposed to be like a little bit of Anglesey, this here. You know what I mean? This is where the fighting happens. You stand on that log there, mate. You know what I mean? And nobody challenges you. You're top dog. But you've already sorted out the challenges before you stand on the log. You know what I mean? There'd be no point in fucking standing on the log with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, what my how I got introduced to this park was it's actually through these gates here. That's Bars Hill School. But these gates here, this path what's going to be coming up now, that's supposed to be Newcastle and the Tyne. It sounds mad, but like I say, it's just representation. Because they're not actually going to make a whole fucking park exactly like the land of the United Kingdom, well, not United Kingdom, of Great Britain, which is obviously Scotland, Wales and England. Right, now this track here, is this is what separates a couple of things. It separates the area up the city centre and the beginning of Radford. and the border of England and Scotland. Well, there was not many people use this bit of land over here because, to be honest with you, it was derelict, you know what I mean, yeah? And I had to sort of promote people to go in here. So I think it was beginning of the 80s, 3 or 4 or something like that. I had these courts put in. You know, you can play football and basketball, I think it is, yeah. You got football done on the one side, and obviously you got the basketball net there. Same down there, like, yeah. So that's Scotland. Yeah, like we say, you know, there's you can obviously enjoy a bit of sun down the bottom and everything like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there's not much shading or trees or anything, you know, where you can sort of park yourself under or anything. So that's Scotland. Let's get into Wales. Now I've spotted there's a seat in the middle of the in the park, and that seat is it's sort of it's the, how can you say, it's the seat where the top dog sits, and it's now currently occupied. Well, Scotch room in Mary. I'm going to put a face in the vid. Let's see if she's got a new dog anyway. You got a new dog there, Mary? You got a new dog? Where? Hey? Oh yeah, no, I've seen that one. Yeah, you've had him about 4 or 5 years, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had him 4.5 years now.
Right.
He's seen a squirrel up the tree.
Oh, so he's
So he won't leave the tree now.
oh, right.
He's seen a squirrel up there.
How are you coping with this lockdown then?
Oh, no difference for me.
Yeah, you know.
Not one. The only thing I don't like is the bloody queues in the town.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, that Wilkinson's, that surprises me, that does. Every time I go past it, there's loads of people there. Yeah, I always thought nobody used it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, it's a busy little place.
Well, I know that now. Yeah, oh, well, yeah. Well, have a good one anyway. Yeah. So, that's a Scotch lady combing the seat. Right. Now I'm coming up the Wales now. See, by the gates, the entrance to get into Wales, there's a house that there's Wales. There's a house that flies flags warning of who the enemies are for the country boy and for Britain. Anyway, it's Wales, you know, or the representation of Wales. Your little border there with the bush separated from England. Let's see if all right, there we go. Yeah, now the flags are flying. There should be flags. Print them back. I'll do the print first. I'll come over here. There's the St George's flag. There's another flag right next to it, which is half green and half white. There we go. Half green and half white. Now what? Now what? Flag that is. That flag is actually the Algerian flag without the crescent and star. And at the back we've got the same thing. You got the Algerian flag there, and in the back, well, it's wrapped up round the post, you know, so it's tied up, you know, so it's not, it can't unfurl. It's a flag of St George. So really, what it's signified is a Muslim entity coming in there and taking over. Because when I was when I was there, when I became a country boy, it was France and Ireland, as well as the flag of St George, like yeah. That should have one more look and switch the vid off.